What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and WAN stuff. I'm here today to do a brand new segment on my channel entitled Rupture in the Machine. This is going to be a segment dedicated to doing music reviews for split releases for extreme metal bands. Throughout the course of this channel's existence, I've always done reviews for splits between metal bands, but honestly, I never thought enough about it to give it a segment name of its own. So starting this year, that's what we're going to do here. And the first of this official segment launch is going to be the split release between the bands Atavisma and Void Rot, released through Everlasting Spew Records. Yeah. Both of these bands have something very interesting in common. They're both death metal, they both incorporate doom metal elements into their sound, and they're both relatively still fresh and new bands within extreme metal. And it's quite fitting that both of these newer bands are getting an opportunity to release some new material and put out something together in the form of this really good split. Of course, when I first heard about this split coming to fruition, I was really excited because, for one, like I mentioned, you have two bands that are still young and fresh and getting their names out there in the extreme music world, and them having it put out through a very reliable and hardworking label such as Everlasting Spew, helping get this CD released, which is really exciting news to hear. But yeah. Let's get started with the Atavisma side of the split. This is a 6-track split. It runs around 31 minutes in length. It's 3 tracks apiece from both respective bands. And starting off with Atavisma, if you're not familiar with them, they're based out of Paris, France, and they play this very evil, archaic sounding style of death and doom metal. They put out a really good variety of material, going back to their 2014 demo with When Wolves Once Dwelled, their EP from 2017, which I talked about not too long ago with On the Ruins of a Fallen Empire, and then of course in 2018 their debut studio full-length with the Chthonic Rituals. That was a really, really good debut album, and this band has overall been very solid and consistent. But with the 3 tracks that are appearing on this particular split, Speared Lungs, Mold Upheaval, and Dread, you get the continued evolution of what Atavisma sound like. And these songs are just absolutely dark, twisted, and dank. I really love the approach that they're going for here with these songs. I love the riffs. I love the fact that Speared Lungs starts off as somewhat of a palate pleaser in order to head towards the main chorus, which would be the next 2 tracks of this of their side of the split, and it's just really entertaining. I really love the riffs. I love the bass tones. I love the drum work. It's just really natural, very consistent, very clean, and I love that a lot about the musicianship on this album. In terms of the guitar playing, the drumming, the bass, and all that. The vocal work here is very frightening sounding, very bellowing, very crushing. I love the vocal deliveries being done throughout the majority of the songs on here, and it's just a really strong vocal performance to listen to as far as Atavisma's side goes. I'm very much looking forward to hearing what they decide to do next. Moving on to Void Rot, they also have 3 songs on this split. If you're not familiar with them, they are based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and like Atavisma, they have this very distinctive and recognizable sort of style of death metal mixed with doom metal just to create something really, really special. In 2018, this band made a name for themselves with their debut EP, Consumed by Oblivion. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Seni at Ruin put that out, or helped put that out. That was a really, really great EP, and it really gave you an idea of what kind of a band Void Rot were, what their mission statement was, and how they got the job done. And here with the 3 songs that are on this particular split with Ritual Invocation, Necrotic Deity, and Accursed Earth, you get a more contemporary, modern sort of flair going on here in terms of these particular songs, but it's still done in a way that's very devastating, very crushing, and very very destructive. And I really love what they're going for here with this track. And like how the Atavisma side started, you get a little bit of a small start with the track Ritual Invocation. But then the next two tracks afterwards with Necrotic Deity and Accursed Earth, you get more of what Void Rot is all about with their musical stylings, their sounds, the blast beats, the riffs, the roaring vocals. It's just a lot to take in, and you'll really be in love with what this band sets out to do with these songs here. And it's just really, really entertaining to listen to. I definitely think this is a big leap from what they did with Consumed by Oblivion. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what Void Rot decide to do next with their respective careers and sounds, because I think they're between this band and Atavisma, Void Rot are definitely the younger guns out of the bunch here. But there's still much more great things to come from both of these bands, I can assure you of that. So if you're a fan of death metal and doom metal, this split between Atavisma and Void Rot will definitely whet your appetite. This is a very genius split, and I'm very, very excited that a label like Everlasting Spew decided to put this out. And speaking of Everlasting Spew, I will leave you a link to their Bandcamp page where you can listen to this split in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. Stream it by digitally, pick up a physical CD. That's the best way to get a hold of it right now. So yeah. Again, the split is Atavisma and Void Rot, released through Everlasting Spew Records. Definitely go check this one out. I can't recommend this one enough. And if you're noticing, Fridays are definitely going to be the wild card days here on this channel in terms of what I'm going to upload, whether it be a collection update or a split review or a demo review or a regular review. I want Friday to be the day where something is different, something rotates. That's what I'm going to try to shoot for here with the Friday segments on this channel. So this is going to be the start of for more splits to get covered, because split albums are very cool. They're a very distinctive and niche sort of release in extreme metal. And of course, with what's going to be coming out in the upcoming months ahead, I look forward to be covering it, and I look forward to introducing you to some really solid extreme metal splits. So I'm going to do this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until next time, Armijo out.